Welcome ladies and gentlemen to Skullharvest Game 2. Today we're playing a Skaven list. This is my second time playing Skaven, so I'm not overly experienced in what everything can do, which sort of affected my initial deployment. I was scared of a certain couple of things more than I should have been, and underestimated one or two others. But that's one of the things you get, so let's get on with Game 2. Quick note on terrain. The buildings on the right hand side are just three houses. You can get in them, same as a normal building. The fences are all just fences. The tower on the left hand side is just another building, and the arcane fulcrum in the middle isn't actually a piece of terrain, it's just a random vortex that's sitting there looking pretty. We sort of move it out of the way once we start fighting in the center there. Yeah. So, game 2, I'm excited. Let's get on with. I also just noticed I didn't include what game we're playing, so we're playing the breakpoint one, so you add up your banners, that sort of thing, and whoever breaks first, the game ends then. I'm not too bad, as I've got banner on my knights, banner in a circle, BSB, and 2 points for general, so I'm on 5. I think my opponent's on around that, so it should be pretty close. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so let's start off with my opponent's Skaven army. So as you can see here, he's got 2 units of 20 odd clan rats. The front unit there has Stanko on the corner. Both units of clan rats also have a poisoned wind mortar attached. In the middle there, you can see that lone rat size model. That's my opponent's Bone Ripper. And then you can see the pack of 6 rat ogres there, with I believe a couple of just the small Skaven, they go in there, so the pack masters or the master molders, whatever they are, and then I believe he had Squealing Gnawtooth, which is one of the special ones. I was actually really afraid of this unit when I was deploying, thinking rat ogres are actually horrifying, having never played against them before. And I had no idea how to deal with these. I was just planning on using the steam tank to tie them up, and hopefully they didn't do too much damage to the rest of my army all game. But let's go to the next unit. Next up, my opponent had a unit of Storm Vermin, decent sized unit of Storm Vermin with a BSB in there. I can't remember if it's the BSB or the actual unit of Storm Vermin themselves that have the Storm Banner, but one of them does. Next up, he's got a Warp Lightning Cannon and a Helped Abomination. Now these are the second 2 things I was most scared of in his army, going that the Warp Lightning Cannon, I should say, having the ability to put a strength 10 template down straight through my knights and watching them all obliterate, because that would not be fun. And the help it, just because it's fairly killing in its own right, being a combat monster, and then it's just impossible to put down. It's got that 4-up regen save, and it's got the ability of, when you kill it, to either spawn into giant rats or get back up itself. Sorry, I was completely forgot I was trying to say that. And the only real way I can get flaming attacks in that is through with the Huss's Battle Prayer, so if I can't get that off, I will have a hard time killing that thing and making it stay dead. But that's the nature of the game. You gotta find out things you don't like and find ways to defeat it. And lastly, he's got a Doom Wheel just on the right far away from his army as he can, so it doesn't shoot his own stuff, which is a smart move. Alright, that's my opponent's army. We'll do a quick look at mine. Okay, so my list is the same list I ran in my video last week. So as you can see there, pistoliers, I'm planning on using them just to run around and harass and just flank my opponent and distract them. The center line here, as you can see, is the steam tank on its side, and I plan on just turning that forward and driving it straight forward deep into my opponent's lines, hoping to cause as much damage as I can with it. And then I've got my 2 normal unit of knights, so same as last week, BSB and Wizard in 1, with the Huss level 4 Wizard and the Grandmaster in the inner circle. And then up here on my flank you can see the cannon, which I plan on just trying to shoot, the Help It, the Doom Wheel, everything really. Cannon's gonna have a lot of work cut for it. Okay, so Empire Turn 1, I move up like this. Steam Tank didn't get as far forward as I liked, and only move sort of to that halfway line there, which I kind of wanted a little bit forward, because I'm starting to bottleneck the knights at the moment. Trying not to march over the fences, so I don't lose knights to dangerous terrain. That's about it. They didn't move. So I moved up somewhat aggressively, but not too much. I want the charges, not to get charged. I feel if I get charges, I can win fights. If I'm charged, the Skaven will be able to outgrind me just based on numbers. And then you can see I've also moved the Pistoliers up to the right there, just to try and start getting shots and pull those clan rats away. Yeah, so let's do magic. Okay, so my first turn magic phase, I didn't get a whole lot off. I believe it was Chain Lightning did 4 wounds. Chain Lightning and Thunderbolt, one of the two, did 4 wounds to the Storm Vermin there. And then where that dice is in front of the Storm Vermin, the helping and all that, that's a common of Cassandora. Just the level 1 that starts with a marker 1. I got that in there, so hopefully that will do some damage. But yeah, not overly big magic phase turn 1, but I didn't need it desperately now, as nothing was really in combat and nothing needed the buff. But yeah, so nice, but not anything impressive. Alright, now let's go on to shooting, the fun phase. Okay, so as you can see, this picture looks a little different to the last one. So I had 2 choices with where I shot my steam tank's cannon. I could either shoot the helper and hopefully try and do some damage to that, or shoot the warp lightning cannon and try and kill it. Now I thought the helmet's still a little over 12 inches away from anything, and I probably won't kill it, so I'll shoot the warp lightning cannon, try and kill that, and that may reduce the pain that's going to come my way, because that thing is horrifying. So I sit there, I shoot, it bounces through, and I deal 5 wounds to it. Absolutely destroy it. Cut it in half, essentially. Now, this then forces the helper to take a panic test, because for some reason the thing is not immune to psychology, it's just, or unbreakable. It's just causes terror. So it takes a panic check from having the unit within 6 inches destroyed, which it then fails. Rerolls because of the BSB, fails again. So now the Helpit's running. Helpit then runs 3d6 straight backwards off the board edge and is gone, runs away. Oh my god. 2 of the biggest threats in my opponent's army are now both gone from 1 shooting attack. Today, the steam tank and its cannon just got crowned greatest man ever. It's won MVP of the day. It's now killed a Demon Prince turn 1 of my first game, and now destroyed a Mortline cannon and of course the help to run off the board game 2. Oh man, I love that tank. That tank is doing everything right. I also get my Pistoliers to shoot at one of the weapons teams, but because it gets a 4-up ward save or cover save or lookout save, whatever it is, because it's near clan rats, it doesn't cause any damage. But okay, so Skaven turn 1, as you can see, his Rat Ogres charged the flank of my steam tank. I started to panic at this, I was really afraid the steam tank was going to die to this, because I was scared of Rat Ogres, essentially. I'm like, oh no, here goes the steam tank, it's lost, they're gonna overrun in front of my knights, and all sorts of bad things happen. As you can see, the clan rats, sorry, not clan rats, Storm Vermin, they have moved up. The Storm Banner has also ended. I think that's why I didn't really cause much damage last time with Pistolier shooting, because the Storm Banner got activated straight away turn 1, which is why the cannon also didn't shoot, now that I think about it. Yeah, so the Storm Banner got activated turn 1, so cannon failed it. Steam Tank managed to get past it, which adds to that amazingness that the Steam Tank did last time. And yeah, but now it's stopped, so that's all fine, that's gone. His clan rats also sort of moved up on the side, as you'll see in the next photo. The unit with Thankor moved into the building, and the other one sort of came towards it. As you can see, my knights are also fairly depleted. This is because Thankor cast Plague, hitting the normal knights, then it bounced over to the Inner Circle knights, and killed lots of knights. Which was annoying, but we get through that. Also, you can see that 40k marker just in front of my inner circle 9 units. That's where my opponent cast or is just about to cast or just cast the new Skaven spell out of End Times Kane, the one that opens up the hole in the ground, that if you're on it, you fall in it and you die. It's like, oh my god, no. Sorry, I don't want that. That doesn't sound fun. And as you can see, the comment didn't come down up the back as it's got a marker. Alright. So as you can see here, this is how his clan rats have moved. That unit on the left hand side of the screen, it's actually inside of that building, which is going to be annoying to get them out because I don't have anything that can really enter buildings. But we'll find a way. As you can see there, my pistoliers are all dead. They got shot by bone rippers, flamethrower things, whatever they are, like a shitty attack, and it ripped through them. It ripped through them and killed all 5. Like they had no chance. But so yeah, that happens. We'll find a way now to try and bait without them. And then we'll fight the combat in the center. So sweet, let's do it. Okay, so Empire Turn 2 looks like this at the start. So I charge my knights in to save the steam tank, so I charge them to flank the storm vermin. And I move my inner circle knights back. I think this is a combination to avoid the hole from the Skaven end times well, and to not get like charged in the front by the storm, which I think could fit. I'm just trying to keep them safe. I'm not trying to give up the like 3 points they have because it's break points. So yeah, I'm hesitant about the combat with the Rat Ogres, mainly because I'm thinking it a little bit better than they are still at this stage, but we'll see how that goes in a bit. Alright, let's move on to that. Okay, so this one looks like the end of the combat. So I lost 2 knights to this fight, and I think I took another win on it. I think I already taken 2 wins in the steam tank when the storm vermin charged, but because it's unbreakable, it didn't run away. As you can see, I killed 3 storm raven and a couple of rats. I think I also killed the special character as well. So I did a bunch of wounds there, and caused them to flee. Now this is halfway through their movement, so this isn't where they finished. They've literally moved to about there. They end up bouncing through the storm vermin, and it all finishes up like this. Yeah, so they bounce through, the storm vermin then flee because of the fleeing unit running through them, and then hit the rat ogres on their flee through, bounce out the other side of them. So it was kind of awkward, like, I was just watching a unit flee through another unit, cause them to flee, and then watch them flee through again. Both units ended up moving these monumental distances because they bounced through each other. It was kind of nice, but also put me a long way out of charge range, but that's what happens. So yeah, let's look at Skaven turn 2. Okay, so this is partway through the Skaven second turn. So as you can see, the storm vermin aren't there. Storm vermin are there. The rat ogres aren't there. So I believe both units failed to rally. Yeah, both units failed to rally. So the storm vermin flee to just off the edge of the table, and then the rat ogres flee, managed to clip them, bounce through them, and bounce off the table, which was like, that's nice. That got rid of them for me. And now if you look at the center of the table, as you can see, only the BSB is there. This is due to Crack's Call. So Crack's Call's the draw a straight line, initiative test or die. Now this is coming out of that building you see on the right from Thankcall. Now Thankcall cast this 3 or 4 times? Yeah, 4 times. Ended up casting 4 times in total. I think I stopped it once. The other 3 all got through. As you can see, the BSB managed to fight them all. He's not that high initiative. He's only initiative 4, I think? Yeah, initiative 4, initiative 5, something like that. So, but still, that many initiative tests, you thought I'd fail one. all the knights failed theirs because, unfortunately, the initiative 3. I think the champion took 2 to fail, but yeah. The steam tank, unfortunately, that fell in the hole. But it took 3 goes. Like, initiative 3 steam tank should have failed a lot sooner than that, but no, it took 3. It took most of my opponent's magic phase to get rid of that steam tank. And I just thought that was amazing. It's just like that steam tank just refuses to die, no matter what situation it's in. But yeah, so that's that. There's no combat to go on to, so we'll go on to the next Empire turn. It's getting pretty close to me. Like, I was actually worried because that's important there. And as you can see, that comment still hasn't come down in the center. Like, that's still sitting there, still waiting to go boom. But now nothing's probably in range, so it happens. Okay, so Empire turn 3. My plan at this stage is to just try and hope the Stormvermin flee, take 2 banners off that way, and try and cause Thankor to flee. Trying to promote that to cause the other Clarence to flee, or something to flee off the table, so I can just make these banners fall off, because at this stage I'm running out of bodies to try and inflict damage with, so if I can cause stuff to flee through my magic and shooting, which all I have left is the cannon, I can possibly win that way. So part of that is, as you can see, Luther Huss has gone out to fight the Doomwell on his own. Now I thought he's got the best chance of taking the Doomwell. Oh, even if he can't take it himself, just speed bump it enough so it doesn't shoot the unit with my general and my knights isn't causing them to flee, because there's 3 points in there. But he should be able to fight it, at least slow it down enough to prevent Doomwell killing the knights. As you can see, my BSB is moved down to the bottom of the map. I moved him. I'll show you on the phone in a minute where he's moved to. I just trying to keep him out of the way so he doesn't get killed. So otherwise that would be very, very awkward. Yeah, so let's go to magic. Okay, this is just a quick side note of where the BSB's moved to. So as you can see, he's moved down to the bottom of the map, currently hiding amongst all the dead knights, but he's just keeping out of the way of Thankor and really any shooting that can get directed towards him. Just so he doesn't give up another breakpoint. Alright, now let's go to magic. Okay, so yes, that is a picture of Thankor fleeing out the building. I think I just spam cast like Chain Lightning and Uran's Thunderbolt at him, just trying to cause as many wounds as I could. Managed to just get 25%, and because his BSB is so far away, he doesn't get a reroll. So yeah, Thankor bounced out the other side of Clan Rats and is currently sitting where you see him there. Which is nice. Like, hopefully he'll now keep running off the board for me. But yeah, so I like that. I like the fact that Thankor's fleeing. That was kind of the aim. So yeah, let's get on to the Skaven turn next. Okay, so this is what the Skaven movement phase starts to look like. So Thankor's fleeing, the Stormvermin is still fleeing, and the Doom Wheel is about to plow into Luther Huss, champion of the Empire. As you can see here now, Thankor fled off the board. So, you know, that was nice. Having Thankor flee was really nice. Like, that was handy. So I think he's now got like 1 or 2 points left, so I'm hoping, begging that his Stormvermin flee off the board, and they don't. They rally. That was annoying. But, you know, we'll find a way to deal with them. And of course the Doomwheel charges into Luther Huss. Alright, magic. Okay, so Luther Huss now decides to activate God Power mode, where he gets like his plus D3 strength, toughness, attacks, weapon skill, and initiative, even though he's got a great weapon. And absolutely smashes the Doomwheel 6 ways from Sunday, and then overruns to try and just get away from the chasing Clan Rats now. Which is nice. Like, I always like watching Huss like go beast mode and beat the living snot out of things. It's actually part of the reason why I take him, just because it's hilarious watching this like normally not overly good combat hero. Like he's strength 6 normally, which isn't too bad with a 4 ward save, which is alright. But when he goes to like strength 9, toughness like 7, weapon skill like 8 or 9, it's hilarious. Like I really do enjoy it, and it's part of the reason why I think he's like 150 points just too good. Like he's just really nice. Yeah, so really now it's trying to mop up what points I can with the Empire, so let's go to Empire turn 4. Okay, so this is the end of it. This is the last turn we got. I can't remember if that's because we recalculated and my opponent had broken, or we just ran out of the time because we had a time limit for these tournament games. But as you can see, I'm just running like the last of my general, the Knights and the Heavens Wizard, just away from this, the last unit of Clarence, trying not to get charged by them, just to keep it just to keep them safe. And yeah, I think then we got called time, so I won this game as well. I think neither one of us broke. I think it came down to victory points, and I won just through victory points, just because my big unit of Inner Circle Knights was still alive, Luther Huss was still alive, the Grandmaster, the Heavens Wizard was still alive, the Metal Wizard and the normal Knights had died, but BSB was still there, Cannon was still there. So I think I'd just given up just that slightly less points than he had, which was nice. So that's a second win for the day. So now I'm going to play at the top table, because there's only having 3 tables, so 6-player tournament. There's now only 2 of us that haven't played. That other person, surprisingly, was the Gumby of the day. So yeah, next game will be against the Warriors of Chaos. Well, this one is actually a true Legions of Chaos list, but you'll see more of that in the next episode. I'd just like to thank everyone for sticking by me through these videos, especially these last 2, which I know the pictures have been blurry, which is annoying. I'm once again apologise. I forgot my camera on the day, or I forgot to charge it. Yeah, forgot to charge it, sorry. I think I got like a photo and then the camera went flat. I'm just like, ah. So I used my phone, and my phone just wasn't as stable. Like I kind of shake a bit, and my camera didn't have steady cam. So yeah, some of these are blurry. I apologise. Once we get past these battle reports, I'm back to using the camera, and everything the photo quality gets better again. So thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you all next week. Hey guys, this is just a quick end plate showing you, I should say, where my Facebook, Twitter, and personal blog are at. You can feel free to like those as well. I'll start talking more. I post a lot on Twitter at the moment, actually, just random things about what I'm doing with hobby-wise, and if I'm at anything that's interesting. Facebook, I'm going to try and use more. My blog, I'm writing posts about army books and my armies and where I'm at with those. So feel free to like those if you want more of me. Or just comment on the videos. You can ask what I'm up to, what I'm doing, any matchups you'd like to see, or any advice you've got for me. I know I could use some at times. Sometimes I don't make the best decisions, but yeah. Cool, thank you, and I will see you all next time.